Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. I'm Heather and this is going to be a yin yoga to heal the witch wound with affirmations. We'll be doing around 7 different poses with a different affirmation related to healing the witch wound. I've been to a few different events about healing the witch wound, but when it really comes down to it, what this means is that when we're healing the witch wound, we're healing our ability to be okay with being our authentic self in the world. We feel safe to speak up when we're uncomfortable. We're not afraid to take up space, and we're also open for deeper connection with our sisters and the women around us. And if some of those things you're like, oh, that doesn't feel like me at all, then you probably have a wound that needs healing, as we all do. We're all trying to work our way through this human life, but we have a lot of ancestral healing to do. So before we dive into the yin yoga, I just want to explain a little bit about what that is, because I feel like the witch wound gets thrown around a lot, and I've got some links below, some amazing books that I've read and really recommend. But basically, long story short, most of our ancestors hundreds of years ago were killed and murdered for being themselves, especially women. And definitely if you were an outspoken woman, you were into the herbal arts, or you did magic and you were a strong woman, that was something you'd be persecuted for. And what would happen is a lot of women turned on each other, and there is this belief that because of the burning times were for 200, 300 years, lots of women around the world were burned for being witches, which to be honest just means somebody who is a little bit different and themselves. That those and our ancestors that were in that time, they passed down obviously their DNA, and within that DNA becomes wounds and fears and anxiety and all these things. Because if you think about animals, they have ancestors, and that's why they know to not go near humans or to go too close to this animal. It's DNA history passed down, and so our ancestors as humans, we're mammals, it's passed on in our DNA and in our bodies. And it's important that we address this, because when we're able to work through these wounds, we also are healing our ancestral line, and if we do decide to have children one day, we're also not passing it down to them, and we are healing this so we can be better for ourselves, but better for the people in our lives and the people we'll meet in the future as well. So this is really deep work, and it might be quite uncomfortable at first. You might not relate to any of the affirmations, or you may think, oh, I don't know about that. This isn't a practice to be open. That's pretty much it. Be open in the poses and the postures and the emotions they bring up for you, but also say those affirmations to yourself and ask yourself if it's true or not. And if it doesn't feel true, then you know there's something there that can be journaled on and worked on later on. But this is a really gentle practice that you can do to help yourself, heal the witch wound. And I'm really excited to bring this practice to you. And let's just begin with yin. We're just holding poses for a few minutes, and there'll be an affirmation that you can repeat to yourself in silence in the yin pose. So let's begin.
Keep both legs straight on the mat and begin to fold over, allowing your neck and spine to release down for caterpillar pose. Breathe in and out through your nose. Your affirmation here is: it is safe to be my authentic self around others. Begin to repeat this affirmation to yourself internally. It is safe to be my authentic self around others. Slowly begin to roll up inch by inch. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Allow your legs to open up wide. And once again begin to fall down for butterfly pose. You can tuck your arms underneath your legs or place them anywhere that feels comfortable. Your affirmation here is, I feel confident standing up for myself and others. I feel confident standing up for myself and others. Roll up once again. We will move into deer pose. Bring your left leg in front at a 90-degree angle and your right leg goes back behind you. You'll feel a deep stretch in your hips. You can stay on your fingertips upright or begin to fall down, bringing your forearms to the mat, releasing your head and neck. Your affirmation here is, it feels safe to be seen and heard. It feels safe to be seen and heard. Roll up slowly and begin to switch sides. Your right leg is now in front at that 90-degree angle and your left leg is behind you. Once more, you can choose to stay upright or fall down, bringing your forearms to the mat. Your affirmation here is, I share my gifts and talents with the world. I share my gifts and talents with the world. Slowly come out of this pose. We will move into a puppy pose, a great heart opener. Come onto hands and knees and walk your hands forward, dropping your chest to the mat. You can place your forehead on the mat too. Gently engage your core by bringing your belly up towards the spine. Your affirmation here is, I find it easy to connect and make friends with other women. I find it easy to connect and make friends with other women. Slowly come out of puppy pose. We shall move into happy baby. Come onto your back and bring both knees in towards the chest. Now use your 2-piece fingers to wrap around the big toes, slowly guiding the thighs down towards the mat and opening up the groin. Your affirmation here is, I genuinely support others and celebrate their success. I genuinely support others and celebrate their success. Release your legs and we will move into a supine twist. Wrap your left leg over your right and drop both legs over to the right side of the mat, making sure to keep your shoulder blades pressed down on the mat. You'll feel a stretch in your hips and lower back. You have the option again to turn your head to the left. Your affirmation here is, I am in tune with Mother Earth and nature. I am in tune with Mother Earth and nature. Lift your legs up and switch sides. Wrap your right leg over your left and drop both legs over to the left side of your mat, keeping your shoulders still pressing down on the mat. You have the option to turn your head to the right. Your affirmation here is, I commit to my personal and spiritual development. I commit to my personal and spiritual development. Release this pose and bring both of your feet together and allow the legs to open up wide for a reclined butterfly pose. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Your affirmation here is, I love and accept myself. I love and accept myself. Release this as you transition now into shavasana, our corpse pose, our final resting pose. Release the legs and take up space on the mat. Arms are beside you with palms facing up. Relax and release. Your final affirmation here is, I am a witch. I am a witch. Begin to deepen your breath, moving your fingers and toes, bringing life back into your beautiful body. Take your time to come up now into a seated position. Hands at your heart, deep breath in, and then exhale. Namaste.
Thank you so much for practicing this yin yoga to heal the witch wound class. I'm sure it was maybe quite mind-opening. Perhaps you had a breakthrough, whether that was a breakthrough of tears or just a body release. This was the aim of this class. This is something that you can do as many times as you like, and each time you'll probably discover something new about yourself and your beliefs. And it's important that we do this work, and for me it's something that I'm still working on, but using yin yoga and somatic practices like EFT tapping has been very, very beneficial for me. So thank you so much. If you enjoyed this practice, please let me know in the comments below your insights, your takeaways on this class, and don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up so that more witches can discover it as well. And I'll see you in another video.